Hey, all my beautiful home shoppers out there. If you're looking to buy some new construction here in the Austin area, well, then you've come to the right place. My name is Omar Pineda with eXp Realty, your Austin realtor, and today we are in Hutto, Texas, in a community called Brooklands. And the builder is CastleRock Communities. Now, one thing about Hutto is that it's an emerging and up and coming city. And what do I mean by that is it's still a very, very small town vibe, but it's growing because the neighboring city, Taylor, Texas, is Samsung's moving in, and that's going to bring a huge import of commercial and residential communities just like this popping up. Now, uh, when I spoke with the salesperson, I always want to know what the incentives are because in new construction, if you're not getting some type of incentives, then you're doing it wrong. And builders are by far the ones that are going to offer the best incentives when it comes to real estate here in the Austin area. So, in new construction, there's two types of buyers. You're either a buyer who wants to move in quickly, 30 days or less, and want to move into an inventory home, meaning it's already built, and the incentives for that is $7,500 or 1% of the loan amount that you get back as a buyer to use either to help buy down the interest rate or to use to pay almost next to nothing at the closing table. Now, for my buyers who want to be built, the incentive for that is $6,500 or 1% from the lender. Now, the big caveat to these incentives is that there's always a very strict time constraint with them. It's usually 30 to 60 days before they go away. And they can go away even sooner because the way they kind of works is that CastleRock is a big builder here in the Austin area. They're building not just in this community, but in several other communities, and they all pull from the same pool of money when it comes to these incentives. So it's realistic to think that in one day, 3 homes can be bought and sold from 3 different communities, and all the money can go away. And now this incentive goes away. So time is always of the essence. If you think if you're pre-qualified or haven't been pre-qualified yet, it never hurts to come. Let's schedule a virtual call so we can see where to see where you're at, so I can see how I can be of best value and take advantage of these deals while they're still here. Now, one thing when we work with a realtor like me, especially if you're coming from out of state, is that I love working with buyers who are relocating here because I am a California transplant myself, and I know the growing pains of getting your bearings for a new city, especially if you're buying a new home. One thing I do to separate myself from all the other realtors is I do a home tour just like you're seeing here. I have my own drone where I do my own flybys of just the area, the neighborhood. That's actually an amphitheater in the background. That's like in your backyard if you move into this community. And I do this a very personal video, a very custom video for my clients. So once we figure out what your criteria is and for what you want your home to be, I will go to the communities that best fit that criteria, do a home tour walkthrough, get some drone shots, and then give you a personal video just like this for you. That way you have the best information. That way we can, when you get here, we can hit the ground running. Or sometimes I've had clients where time is a big constraint and you just don't have enough time, but before the time your start date and moving in. So how can you possibly explore all these communities? Because I know you want to make a really good decision. Well, I do that legwork for you. I will go to all these communities, do some video, do some commentary, and you get to benefit from all that. And on top of that is that I know all these salespeople. I specialize in new construction, so that means I am visiting these builders weekly. I am keeping up with the latest inventory. I am keeping up with all these new communities that are popping up because new construction is my jam. And right now, it's going to be where you can find the best deals because these builders, typically the big builders, have these in-house lenders, and that's how they're able to get away with offering an interest rate that's almost 2 or 3 points below what the current market rate is. And if you're the type of buyer who wants to bring almost nothing to the closing table for your closing costs, they're willing to entertain that. It's called flex cash. They're willing to be flexible with the cash they give you so you can buy down the interest rate, pay next to nothing in closing costs, or if you want to spend that money on your upgrades for the home, you could do that as well. Now, this community does have homes that are inventory, so ready to move in, and they're actually opening up a whole new section. So there's going to be plenty of to be builds in the upcoming later on this year. But this one in particular, they're about wrapping up. They only have a handful of these inventory homes left in this community of Brooklands. Again, we are in the city of Hutto. The builder is CastleRock Communities, and they have amazing incentives that do go away after 30 to 60 days on average. So if you're looking to buy new construction here in the Austin area, I urge you to work with me, because one thing I do to separate myself is make sure that my clients have the best information in front of them, and use video as a way to facilitate that information, because at the end of the day, especially if you're relocating, video is so paramount, so you can see what it looks like. That way, once you get here on that weekend, we can look at the communities that really check all the boxes and that have the best deals, because I want to present you a win-win scenario. So at the end of the day, you're happy and I'm happy, and as you should be, because you're moving to a brand new home. Again, my name is Omar Pineda, your Austin realtor. I'll catch you on the next one.